Oh my gosh! Who put this camera in my room? Just kidding. I put the camera in here because I'm filming a YouTube video and putting it out there in the internet for the whole world to see. Bet you I fooled you. Probably not. But anyways, I am the Amazing Flec, and today I want to talk to you about a weird dream that I had about 2 years ago, I think, at this point. Yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago. It was about the same time that the movie Avengers Endgame came out. That was a good film, by the way, and if you haven't caught it, I'd recommend it, even if you don't necessarily like superhero movies. The reason I remember that the Avengers Endgame movie came out was because that was the movie I saw after I woke up after this really weird dream that I had. So around that time of year, I was feeling pretty sickly, a little bit ill perhaps, and I was experiencing a lot of trouble with my sinuses, with congestion, and with the allergies that I have that I'm in denial of. I don't like to think that I have allergies at all, but when I take Benadryl, it helps me breathe a lot. Anyways, my mother was staying over the night before because I don't get to see her too much, and we were spending some time together. And she was sleeping on the couch that was in the living room that I no longer have now that I've turned my living room into a recording studio for our videos. Both went to bed relatively early that night, and I was having trouble falling asleep, and I eventually did fall asleep. I recall the dreams being very strange, but I can't remember the details of them because what happened right after I woke up easily stuck in my memory more so than any of the other details in my dreams that I was having before. To explain, what happened was I woke up, I sat up like this, and I do my usual slide out of bed, rub my eyes a little bit, straighten out my back kind of thing, and I get up and I go inside the living room to go check on my mom who's sleeping on the couch. As I get up and I go to walk outside of my bedroom, I blink, and suddenly I'm back on my bed looking up at the ceiling. Pretty weird. So I felt like getting out of bed was a dream, and I am back inside my bed. If you watch my previous dream video, I talk about how 20 years ago I had another dream where I had to question whether or not I had an out-of-body experience. In this case, I don't think it was any way close to having an out-of-body experience. I'm pretty sure it was just a false awakening. And the reason I feel that way is because it happened again. So the first time I get out of bed, I rub my eyes, I stretch out my back, pop my chest and my vertebrae to exit my bedroom, and I blink and I come back on my bed. It freaked me out. My heart's racing a little bit. But then I collect myself, I get back up, I take a deep breath, I get out, and I step outside of my bedroom, and I walk into my living room, and as I go into the kitchen, which is connected to my bathroom, I have to go through my living room and my kitchen to get to my bathroom. By the time I get to my kitchen, I blink and I wake back up on my bed yet again. That is 2 false awakenings, folks. 2 false awakenings so far. How can it possibly happen again? So at this point, this is pretty weird. This happened boom, boom, right after each other. I get back out of bed, I sort myself out, I'm questioning, am I awake? I'm pinching myself, I'm awake. I get out, I walk out to the couch, I look at the couch, my mom's still sleeping. I go to work my way, I go into the kitchen, I almost make it into the bathroom, and I blink and I wake back up in my bed yet again for the 3rd time. Freaking out. Absolutely freaking out. I get up out of bed this time, and I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm going insane or something. So I get up out of my bed, and I turn back around and I look at my bed, which I didn't do beforehand. I look at my bed, and I see my friend's mother. Not my mom. My mom's on the couch inside the living room. But I see my friend's mother, who I'm going to go see in just a little bit, actually, because I'm picking up my friend. We're going to go watch the Avengers Endgame movie. And she's sitting in my bed, my friend's mom, lying in the place where I just got out of bed. And I look at her and I said, "Am I dead?" And she looked very sickly and very ill herself. And she said, "Yes, Doug, you are." And it scared the living out of me, so much to the point where I wake up back on the bed in the place where she was lying down, right here. And I'm in her place where this lady says I was dead. And I'm lying where she was. She looks sickly and ill. I'm sickly and ill. My mom, she's having troubles with her respiratory system also. And there's just hay fever all around my house. And it was horrible. So I get out of bed. I'm freaking out at this point. And I go and I instantly wake up my mom. And I tell her what just happened to me, and she said, "You're pale. You need some food." I'm like, "No, I need to go pick up my friend. I'm running late. I'm supposed to be there at like 11:30." And we both slept in quite late because I guess we needed our sleep. My mom insists, "No, you need to eat a breakfast before you leave because you didn't eat much last night, and you're freaking out right now, you need to breathe. And she made me some scrambled eggs before I left the house, and I thanked her very much for that. It made me feel a lot better because my blood sugar was probably out of whack quite a bit, and that was just such a strange experience to have those many false awakenings, one after the other, and have someone tell me that, yes, you are dead, and someone I recognized who I was about to see in a little bit. Now, to this day, I still haven't told this person, my friend's mother, that I had this strange dream. But to make it even more peculiar and strange and odd was when me and my friend went to go see the Avengers Endgame movie, the movie was riddled full of these coincidences or synchronicities, coincidences and synchronicities where there were symbols in the movie that tied in with what I was experiencing earlier that day and in my personal life and my personal connections with the people I associated with throughout that whole entire day. The whole thing was incredibly surreal and trippy and really got me to second guess, am I alive or am I dead? I don't know what's going on here. I mean, life is strange and I don't get days like that too often. In fact, I don't get days like that specific day at all. That was just out of nowhere. Every once in a while, life will throw me this strange curveball that kind of tests my sanity and makes me question whether or not I am alive or dead, or if I'm dreaming or not. And I guess that's one of the many reasons why I'm so fascinated with dreams and fascinated with consciousness and how the mind works and spirituality and religion. I want to know the truth, and I know that I will probably never know the truth because the truth is something so elusive and hard to come by and cleverly disguised. I imagine truth is cleverly disguised. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe the truth is just what it seems to be. But very often than not, it seems like truth is stranger than fiction. And I know that that's the case, at least in this case, with my false awakening story. Watched the Avengers Endgame movie with my good buddy, and to have all these crazy coincidences line up that day, it's just so surreal. It's days like that that keep me from being a full-blown atheist, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't subscribe to any one particular philosophy or religion, but I keep right on the fence of agnosticism, where I'm not going to pick any one religion or faith or belief system, and I'm at the same time not going to refute all of them at the same time, because I am at the point where I know that I don't know. There's so much that I don't know, and that truth is very difficult to come by. If you find truth, like real truth, not that kind of truth that you think is true, or you hope is true, or you wish is true, but the real truth, the truth that really stands the test of time, the kind of truth that can stand through some hardcore deductive reasoning and vigorous testing, the kind of truth that will be true tomorrow and for many years to come, and has been true for tens of thousands of years. That's the kind of truth that I'm interested in. And even with all the truths that science has unlocked over the years, there's still so much mystery out there. And I guess that's what keeps me going, that curiosity of not knowing things. It keeps life interesting and exciting for me. And I can appreciate that life has given me all the opportunities that I've been given so far. And I'm also very appreciative that life gives me moments like that one that I had that scare me and make me question whether or not I'm alive or dead. And give me an opportunity to really do some deep self-reflecting and keep my mind and my consciousness in check. Keeps me sharper, keeps me more focused, keeps me more aware of what's going on in my day-to-day life. Now, I'm not the most aware person. I'm certainly not the brightest person. I've made a lot of mistakes in my time, and I'm not claiming to be someone who has extrasensory or is otherwise subhuman or superhuman by any stretch. I am just another person, just like you out there, trying to find my own way in this crazy world that we live in, and with this consciousness, this meat suit, this body I'm stuck in, and with my perceptions, just doing the best I can with what I have here. I guess the whole point is having dreams and experiences as strange as that day was a couple of years ago, having false awakenings like that, having a good friend's mom tell me that I'm dead, having my mom give me life-giving food and send me on my way to go about my day, to go watch this Avengers Endgame movie that talks about the end of the world and these superheroes that all play a different role in fixing things, and having all these different characters like tie into my personal relationships. I guess it was just so strange. I wish I could go in more detail about these things, but that is at risk of violating other people's privacy, and I don't really want to do that here. But the overall point is I just wanted to share that strange dream with other people out there and ask anyone out there if they've ever had any sort of false awakenings like that. There was a movie called Waking Life that talked about false awakenings also, how someone kept waking up into another dream, waking up into another dream. And that's a whole other can of worms, and I haven't had any sort of experiences like that. The false awakening dream that I'm talking about in this video was probably the closest thing to false awakenings I've had, next to the previous video of having that maybe out-of-body experience, which I also think was just another false awakenings experience, but it was just one. But not like this one where I had multiple false awakenings, waking up one after another times in the same location each time. So if you've ever had any experiences similar to that, where you've had false awakenings, or if you have anything to say about anything I have spoken about in this video, please drop a comment down below, interact with me. I'm curious in interacting with anyone who actually cares to watch stuff like this and cares to take in these very personal experiences that I've had. If anyone else is curious to talk about those and ask questions about them, I'm curious to hear what you have to say as well. If you're interested in me, I'm interested in hearing what you have to say also. And with all that being considered, that's a wrap, folks. Thanks very much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please know I'm a chaotic poster. I post every single day here on YouTube for the year of 2021. I post about many different subjects, many different things. So if you go to my playlist section, you can see all my content carefully organized in many different playlists according to various topics of interest. And one thing I do consistently here on this channel is I post a weekly circus and flow arts tutorial video that teaches you the basic beginner level stuff about how to, say, learning how to juggle, or juggle clubs, or contact juggle, or spinning things on your finger. We call that pediddling. You can spin anything wide and flat on your fingertips. Pretty fun skill to learn. Or you can even learn how to use the devil sticks. The devil sticks is the one circus and flow arts prop that I've been doing for the longest period of time. I'm best known for my contact juggling, and I've been doing the devil sticks since I was 12. And I might not be the best at all of these various props or these various techniques, but I do know enough to teach you the very basics, the beginner level stuff, specifically for the beginner. So if you're interested in learning any of these things, I can teach you how to teach yourself how to do various circus and flow arts skills. I release a new video every single Sunday or Monday morning, depending on when I actually get done editing it. And once again, you can find the circus and flow arts tutorials inside my playlist section here on my channel. Thanks very much for watching, folks. I'm going to end this video with the same words I end all my other videos for the past couple months here. Never give up, do your best, stay true to you, and be amazing, folks. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate it very much, and have a good night. Sweet dreams.